Hey guys, this is Danny and welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'll be going over the probably one of the biggest Hive updates up to this point, even though most people will not know. It is the Fire Sword update. So things are drastically changing in this update because they are removing one of the most overpowered things on the Hive, which is the Fire Sword. And the average player won't realize how big this is, but for anyone that's been killed by a Fire Sword with full diamond armor, you guys can totally relate to this. So the first thing I'm going to be checking in today's video is going to be the drop rate. So I'm going to be mining a bunch of emeralds to see and try and get a full inventory just to test and see how different the drop rate is, or if it is roughly the same. And I'll also be showing the new item, the protection, and showing a few fights to show you to see how different these new Sword of Embers really are. So after mining a bunch of the emeralds to get a full inventory, I was able to get 7 fire swords out of the 36 inventory slots, which basically goes to roughly about 20%, roughly around there of the thing, which basically means that the fire sword drop rate hasn't changed. And I also did the same thing with the 2 other people in the game, which Chuck got 8 fire swords and Gigi got 9 fire swords, which actually rounds the percentage up a little bit to like 22-23%, but basically the same thing, about 20% drop rate, same as it was before. So it doesn't seem like fire swords will be more uncommon or more rare as we go on. So after this, basically going to be trying out the fire sword with the new item, the protection 1 and protection 2, fire protection 2 pants. They are diamond, so you know, that's what we're going to be trying out, and we're going to see what kind of difference they do actually make compared to regular armor. So the first fight here is just with actually protection armor. I always use the sharpness 2 sword, and the person I fight against uses the the Sword of Embers. And as you can see, with protection, the fire sword does pretty much nothing. Look at this. I believe this is supposed to be a bug. I did tell the partner Discord about this, but the fire sword did literally nothing. It didn't do anything. The protection 1 literally stopped the fire sword from doing anything. I only had one thing of protection, and it really made that big of a difference. It's pretty insane. So for fight number 2, took it off, basically replaced it with iron to see how much of a difference it made. And as you can see, the protection made a huge difference. Keep in mind, I don't have any of the fire protection pants, but and also these fights aren't meant to be like actually serious. It's supposed to be trading hits, but it made a huge difference. So for fight number 3, the difference here is the protection, the fire protection 1 pants. The last fight, I ended up winning, or ended up dying, I believe, with Gigi still having 3 or 4 hearts, which made a huge difference. So the protection 1 helmet off really did make a difference. Also, the fire protection, without the fire protection leggings, it made a difference. So this time I do have the fire protection leggings, and it definitely does make a pretty big difference. And I had 4 leftover hearts there, so fire protection 1 made a big difference. So I wanted to see next round, this fight here has fire protection 2. So how big of a difference does it make? Also, we had golden apple stuff with the, you know, the full 17 hearts, just to see how big of a difference that makes. So the biggest thing that I have noticed with these fights is that it really depends on how often you get lit on fire. It adds a lot of variety to it, I guess you could say, because there's actually a noise it makes. It makes a fire chart, like a fire charge noise, or like from a dispenser when you actually get lit on fire. And this fight, even though with protection 2, I ended up dying in this one with him still having 2 hearts. So he got really lucky with his fire in that fight. So I was like, wait, let me try that fight again with just regular health. You know, it definitely could depend on PvP style to an extent, but neither of us are going try hard. We're literally just trying to trade hits. So we decided to do one more fight here without the protection, or without any extra hearts, just one more of the same standards with fire protection 2, and see how that went. Final fight here of the day, just same armor as last time with fire protection, and the hearts are just at 10. And this time, the fight outcome actually changes again. He didn't actually ignite me on fire that many times, and I think the reason, maybe with more hearts, they have more opportunity to light you on fire. I'm not exactly sure. But here, in this one, even though it, like I said, it does depend on PvP to an extent, I ended up killing him with 3 hearts remaining. So, as from the conclusion I can pretty much come from this, is 1, protection is broken, and that will probably be updated. I'm pretty sure it's a bug, but I'm not sure. You should still be able to be set on fire. Conclusion number 2 is that the fire protection pants definitely do make a difference, because without it, I died really easily. So, if you see fire protection pants, you definitely want to get them. And conclusion number 3 is that the sword is still good, but it's not as overpowered, and it really depends on how lucky you are with your chances and your PvP ability. Seems like if you have people on the similar level, it will add different fights. So sometimes Fire Sword will win, sometimes Sharpness 2 will win. Also depends on armor. There will be variety. Sometimes they'll have protection, sometimes they won't have protection, sometimes they'll have fire protection, sometimes, all these variables. There'll be a lot more variables to it, but I definitely like the change for sure. Still need to fix the protection thing, but it seems like they're not as overpowered. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts and everything on this update. So yeah, I guess we'll have to see as time goes on what actually happens to it. But from as of right now, definitely liking what I'm seeing, and excited to see how different these fights are going to be in the future, and see how crazy they really are. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you did learn something new, make sure to let me know in the comments below. And also like the video, because it took a lot of time of testing here to try and figure this out for you. And if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe, as I have plenty more Hive content and news and information and updates and streams on the channel. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. And yeah, really excited to see what happens with this update, if things change. And also the SG update is coming really soon. Really excited to make things on that. It's going to be a lot of cool things that are... Can't reveal anything that I do know, but there will be a lot of cool things that you guys will see in there. And yeah, that's going to be all from me today. And thank you guys so much for watching. And also leave your thoughts and opinions on the Fire Sword in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it, and see if you guys like the change or not. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.